Hey there, Guardians. Last night at the Game Awards, a new trailer for Lightfall dropped, to everybody's surprise, showing gameplay footage of the campaign and of Strand, so let's take no time here and get into dissecting it and theorizing.
We think about controlling something powerful. It's easy to assume it takes strength, but what I've learned, through loss, we can overcome the impossible.
So immediately we get to see what the sandbox of Neomuna will look like as our Guardian is moving through it, with the words of Osiris in the background talking about controlling something not with strength, but through wisdom possibly, as you can see our Guardian starting to activate Strand for the first time, as well as a brief look at the new style of weaponry we'll have for Lightfall. And this trailer centers primarily around Strand and its aspects. We can see right here, we have a video of the Warlock casting the Architect super, we have the Hunter casting the Threadrunner super, and we then have the Titan casting the Tyrant super. We're also given a few more looks on what the grappling hook can do, like we can see it here, a Hunter grappling onto a Thunder Crash Titan, proceeding to grapple an enemy and potentially use a melee ability. The grapple here, then to throw a grenade that chains through stuck, stranded enemies. Then we also see a Titan using a shoulder charge ability with Strand, and then see another look at the Hunter's ranged attack as well as the Warlock's. Strand will probably be the most unique super we've ever been able to get our hands on, and will completely revolutionize how Destiny movement mechanics and sandbox will work. We're also treated to a couple more cinematics in this trailer of tower forces combating the Shadow Legion, and our own Guardian even landing on one Shadow Legion ship before warping. Now, we've seen the Shadow Legion before in the earlier cinematic trailer, where we see Callus's flagship imposing over the cityscape of Neomuna, and us combating pyramid ships. However, I believe that Bungie deceptively edited the order of these cinematics in the trailer to throw us off of the final act of Lightfall. Just as a warning, we are now in spoiler territory. If you don't want Lightfall potentially spoiled for you, or if you believe that this sort of thing might happen, please click off the video or skip to here, where we will be discussing the next bit. Alright, so if you're still here, let me explain. I do not think that Lightfall's third act will conclude on Neptune, but rather it will conclude on Earth. Now, this is where we might have to do a couple leaps in logic, as in the trailer we see in the background that there is a world different from Earth. I believe that this is Neptune, and that when we get on this ship, we have just defeated Callus, and this is him and his remaining forces trying to exit from the area around Neptune to make their final assault on Earth and on the Traveler. Just as a quick side note, I know YouTuber Revez thought this was a energy blast from the Traveler, but from the screenshots, it's clearly us warping through warp space. And I believe what happens immediately after this is where we see the assault on Earth. You can see Arcadian-class jump ships flying in the background, along with, I believe that's Hawthorne's ship, assaulting these Cabal cruisers, and you can clearly see that that is Earth, its rocky formation, its cloud, and its lighter color. Either we just cracked the code and figured out what Lightfall's final act will be, or we have it completely wrong and they could have just attacked Earth first before going to Neomuna. Spoilers over. In this trailer, we get our first look at a Tormentor in action in actual gameplay. Until now, we've only seen them in a cinematic trailer. However, now we also get a cutscene view of the Tormentors in action. I believe that this moment is right when we get to Neomuna, as you see the Darkness Fleet attacking the city. You can see the explosions in the background. And I believe that this is actually the first time we encounter one, because we don't see our Guardian putting up a fight as the light is getting sucked out of us. We also get a few new clips of the Witness in this trailer as well. The first clip we get is the Witness opening an unknown portal to somewhere. The red and white trees, as well as the red grass flowing out of it, makes me think that it's potentially somewhere on Nessus. But it does have this light, pouring out of it, much like the energy that the Traveler gave off at the end of the Red War campaign. Could the Witness be communing with the Vex, possibly, on Nessus? Which would explain why there's Vex in the trailer combating the Shadow Legion? Or could this energy potentially be from a White Garden and the Pale Heart of the Traveler? We also get a clip of the Witness stretching his hand out, which looks different from his model, which usually has the all-black fingers and red accents. However, this time, the Witness has half and half, black and white, no red accents. Could this possibly be us seeing the Witness, or his origin story, told by Callus, perhaps? I wouldn't mind seeing an origin story behind the Witness, perhaps pre-Final Shape Ideology Witness, where maybe he was a follower of the Traveler. I am so excited for Lightfall to come out, and honestly, I cannot wait for another 2 months until it does. If you like this content, and I hope you do, please consider subscribing. I plan on making some more Destiny content, Lightfall and otherwise, so please stick around and subscribe. I'll catch you Guardians later.